Oh, mercy. We don't have a whole hell of a lot of guitars up on the wall there, but we do have some of those sweet, sweet hustlers up there, Chris.
We sure do.
I should have worn my hustler shirt today.
You really should have.
But I wore my hustler shirt on Monday.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Well, it's cold, so I probably had a different shirt on, and
Well, you'll wear it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like yeah.
Coffee actually sounds better than this icy cold.
I was cold, dude, man. So yeah, I made a cup. Okay, you ready to do this?
Yep.
Oh, I gotta put my hat at a jaunty angle. That's not it. Okay, hey everybody, it's Matt, and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope that you guys, some of you went to Ike's page at Flipside Music, the great American guitar store, and checked out his podcast, because he was that's Raccoon Cam. He was talking about how, like, when is it boutique? Like, and I think they were talking mostly about pedals. But so hold on. Let's put a pin in that. Raccoon Cam. I don't think you know what that is.
I sure do.
But not everybody knows. My neighbors have a backyard that is slowly returning to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is
to the wild.
Yeah, it's restored wilderness at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And and so their gate fell over. So now all the neighborhood critters can just get back there
without having to climb a fence or anything.
Easy to do. So I've set up a little camera, and I've been calling it's called Raccoon Cam, because there's got to be an entire family of raccoons. They're really, really busy at like 2 a.m. So I wake up and I watch Raccoon TV, which is always fun because, like, yeah, they just kind of waddle out. There's also a bunch of cats that hang out there. There it is again. So yeah,
we have some feral cats in my neighborhood.
One of the cats has got to be feral.
Yeah,
and on the Raccoon Cam.
Yeah.
So Chris has said that we've been having a lot of luck with shorts lately.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris says, you should probably start taking the camera that I have is like, it's got like, maybe it's got a little light, but it picks stuff up at night.
Mm-hmm.
It's not infrared or anything, but you can see stuff. And I'm like, he's like, you should make those into shorts that, instead of showing off guitars, you should show off like the various like raccoons and
better
cats and
with views.
Be fun.
And, and then you could put funny little memes on there.
They could all have names. Yeah.
Why these humans not leave raccoon chow?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Time to make the donuts. Stuff like that.
That's great. Here's what I know. If you put out food, you'll catch a cat.
Well,
you'll catch a raccoon.
You've already caught the raccoons.
And they live in my neighbor's yard.
But I doubt your neighbors are feeding them.
I bet you they don't even know.
They used to have a pack of dogs back there.
And if they had them now, they would all get out that little door.
That little yappy, barky thing.
Yep.
That was a schnauzer, and then it was like this tall and this short.
Yeah.
It looked like somebody cut the middle out of it.
It's
a weird dog.
Sad dog, but
yeah.
Anyway, so Raccoon Cam.
Okay.
It's one of the highlights of my evenings now. So anyway, Ike and the guys were talking about what do you consider boutique?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, that's a good question. And I often wonder, like, well, how boutique is boutique enough?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we'll probably talk about that tonight when we talk about the the topic for this evening.
Okay.
I have been, first of all, thank you everybody who sent me all the birthday wishes. I hope I got back to everybody. There was a few people, Dan from Tonewood Experts and Mike Beckloff, I didn't get back to until the next day. And I looked and I'm like, no, I didn't send them text back. So guys, thank you for all the birthday wishes. I turned 55 on Monday. And it was a busy day. There was a bunch of birthday stuff that we had happening. But the most important thing on my birthday was I got an ice cream maker for my birthday. Actually, one of the things that applies to everybody though is not the ice cream machine that I got, but the Hustler guitars were officially launched. And all I wanted for my birthday was for you guys to go to the website and check them out. And I hope that you did. Do you think people did?
Yeah, don't make Matt cry by not going and looking at the guitars on his birthday.
Well,
and if he asks, even if you didn't, just say yeah.
How hard is it? Just go there and
just go look now.
Yeah. Just guys, I mean, there's some behind us.
It's still his birthday week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I sure did look at those guitars for your birthday, Matt.
You know who I know looked at the guitars for my birthday? My very, very good friend Gary Redburn, because he's like, wow, that's neat. Can I get one with this on? So yeah. So there's lots and lots and lots of good stuff happening.
T-shirt. What is this?
It's dirt.
Am I spitting?
No, I think it's crud. Hey, look, I haven't seen Jason Weiss on here for a long time. Hey, Jason, how are you doing? And Paul Goslin is here, and Joy is here. Terry's here. Gary's here. Haas is here. Tazzy Tim, Rockers to Rockers is here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Doc sent us a super chat and says, $1 million question for Dr. Fesker. Paging Dr. Fesker. Does MEKP lose its potency over time, resulting in a longer cure time? Or, sub-question, or is it more a question of temperature?
I don't think it loses its potency, but temperature can play a big part in it. Even a little bit, even like 10 degrees one way or the other. In the summertime, when it's 90 and 100 in the booth this year, that stuff cured really, really fast. In the winter, when it's like when it's 70 degrees in here all the time, even in there, it takes a little bit longer. Is that $1 million answer?
I also know that if you put too much in, that's
what they say.
That's not the same as doing it right, and it kind of gets gummy. Now, I don't know if that's what happened or not, but
yeah. And I think because it's such a small ratio that you mix in, even a drip or two more or less can also affect that, especially if you're mixing up small batches.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like for touch-up kind of batches, or like only one guitar?
No, like one guitar kind of thing, because we just measure everything by capfuls. And usually I'll mix 10 ounces and then, like 3/4 of a cap full, because the cap got bigger all of a sudden.
Yeah. So now you have to use like part up. Yeah.
But anyway, because I think it's, I don't even remember what the ratio is, 200 to 1 or something like that. I ain't mixing 200 ounces or 200 anything. No. So we struggled with that early on. And Mike learns like, I just put a cap full in every cup. And I went, what size cup? I don't know, that small one, like 10 ounces, I guess.
It was fairly, which I think I know where you're going here, because it has always worked for us, which has led both you and I to believe that maybe it's not exactly super possible to put too much MEKP in, but the guys at Simtech say that,
we said one time that we mixed up a hot batch, and they said you got to be careful of that. So like if you mix up the right amount and it kicks in, let's say 5 hours, or it gets hard in 5 hours. If you put half of that in, it takes like 7.5 or something like that. It's not it's a sliding scale.
You always said that, like, as long as there's some in there.
Yeah, it will eventually kick as long as you have some in there. Now, if you forget and you spray it all over a guitar and you call Simtech and ask what to do, they'll tell you to wipe it all off. You can't get it to do anything.
I was actually going to
spray some with MEK in it, MEKP in it, and get much to my disappointment.
Well, that happened to me. Yeah. I sprayed the sealer without mixing the MEK, and I thought maybe I could just atomize MEKP on that. You can't do that.
You can't. Yeah, we called them, and luckily they were there. And they said, you got to get that stuff off. It won't. Because what will happen is you'll spray some that has it in, and that will harden, but it'll still be jelly underneath.
Yeah, and that's
and you don't want that.
Okay. So it's probably cold up. Gosh, can you believe it's almost we're like more than halfway through November already.
We're almost halfway through the year.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
It's fixing to be, it's going to be Thanksgiving in the United States next week.
Well, and
we have a lot of
and that's a super late Thanksgiving.
It is this year, isn't it?
Yeah. Normally it would be, or some years it would be today.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. But here we are.
Here we are, sharing our Thanksgiving with you.
It looks like our friend Brad Guitar Miller maybe had some. He's got to do some physical therapy. I think he had looks. And Lefty says his dad had both his done. So I'm wondering if maybe he had a knee surgery or Brad, I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Okay. So what do we need to talk about? Let's take a question from Paul. No, he's talking to Doc. Okay. Oh, hey, I finally made enough videos about the Grizzly radius sander for Doc to buy one. And it's going to be at his shop tomorrow, he said. I just got a text from him. And Rockers to Rockers says Tellies. Yes, he's like, come on, let's get on with the Telly action here. So there are Telecasters all over the place here in the shop. And our friend Rick sent me a thing. He's like, oh man, I think I want to do one of those Pinewood Derby tellies and do the Pinewood Derby contest thing. And then we had the last Friday we revealed the deluxe daily driver, and there's still a couple of those. If you guys are on the fence, you've got till the end of this month to get one. And if you right now they're $200 down. The reason they're $200 down is because I gave out a code. I think it's, don't quote me on that. If you don't have the code and you want to use it, just send me a message, send me an email, and I'll give you the code because I have to look it up. But I think it's DDD 100, capital D's 100. And if you type that in at checkout, you'll save $100. So it's only $100 down. Okay. So you get the guitar for not $14.99, but actually $13.99 as you save some money. And the guitar is sweet. I actually spent the better part of Saturday afternoon here in the shop because a lot of people wanted to come and see the guitar. And a guy, Bill, and his son, Hank, came by and they bought the guitar. And I don't know if Bill's watching or if Hank is watching, but Hank had a recital that day at the Bug Theater, which we drove right by there yesterday.
Yeah. What kind of thing was he doing?
Like a guitar recital kind of thing.
Okay.
And anyway, and I don't know if Hank got to use the new guitar or not. But I do know this. Hank and his dad were real happy to get it. Cool. And I mean, it's a super cool guitar. If it was still here, I would show you, but it ain't, so I can't.
So we can't.
Yeah. But there are pictures on the website. I'll be sending out some more mailers on some of that stuff. Hey, Brian Duncan, Rattle Trap Rock. Brian Duncan changed his handle. I mean, it's still Brian Duncan, but yeah.
Yeah. There's another. Isn't there another super chat?
Doc sent us one. So that was Brian Duncan sent us the super chat. And then Rattle Trap Rock was also Brian. Okay. Member for 44 months. That's nice. And then Joey Dano says, "Oh, look at this, Joey Dano. Welcome to the Casanova Premier level." All right. So thank you, Doug, for signing up for the to be a member here. So let's talk a little bit about Tellies, and then let's talk a little bit about the hustlers behind me because the Haas is into those, and so we'll show you all of that stuff. Yeah. And Ray says he's going to answer the question. It's Keith Richards. That's probably something about why are Tellies so
why are Tellies still popular?
So, Chris, there's so many Tellies floating around the shop. What is it about them that makes them so cool 75 years later, or how many decades later?
I think I mean, really, the Keith Richards thing is probably not too far off. I think a
Mhm.
lot of really great music has been made on that guitar. Let's just say it's the original solid
Mhm.
body guitar. It's been around since 1950.
For all intents and
51.
purposes, it's the original
Yeah,
factory produced
yeah,
one.
and Leo got it right the first time. It does a lot of things really, really right.
You think the crew at Fender thought that they would keep making the Tele after they started making the other designs?
No, I believe that Mr. Fender thought that the Tele would eventually be supplanted by each model,
Okay.
and that he truly believed that there was just one Fender guitar, whatever it
Oh.
was, whatever the newest iteration of that was.
Okay.
But that the Stratocaster, when it came out, people still wanted Teles,
Okay.
so they kept making both, and then that idea got replaced.
Well, they're certainly cool, and there's no signs of the Telecaster from Fender or the myriad of other people making them, including us, are going anywhere.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Okay.
Even a
wasn't a fart.
poorly executed Tele. Okay, that's not fair. Even a cheap Tele sounds and plays like a Tele. Notice I didn't say sounds and plays like a good Tele, but it sounds and plays like a Tele. And a really cool boutique, like heirloom quality, something. Okay, I hate to toot my own horn here, but any of the daily drivers that you and I have ever made, those are way cool. And there's always something neat happening on those. So, but even kind of a lame one is okay. You know what I mean? You cop that. It's got some, there's no drip, like the kids say, but you cop some of that flavor. Okay. And then when you start to, spend a little bit more money, you can get something really, really cool. Let's take a quick super chat from our good friend Doug, who says, "Good evening, Toasters. Hard to improve on simple perfection." Well, you got that right, Doug. You and I were talking about this today, Chris. For a lot of guys, it's easy to spend some money and get a really neat guitar. And what I mean by that is, obviously, guitars can cost a lot. But you're not in the same ballpark necessarily of like vintage Camaros or, Rolex watch collector or anything like that. Or, I don't know, I got a bunch of boats or whatever it is that like rich people do. I don't know. You and I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You might
know. No. Yeah, I've never even dipped my toe in the boat world.
Good one. So, but isn't it funny? Like, you can get a really pretty neat guitar for not like humongous money.
Yeah.
We always joke. In fact, when I was here on Saturday, some of the guys who came in, we were talking about pricing, and I said, well, I'm happy to build you a guitar that you will never financially recover from. But it's really, really hard to build. Even the most custom guitar that we do is not something that is completely outside the realm of possibility for most human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's sort of like coffee is a luxury beverage that a lot of people take advantage of. It's not like you're drinking, $300 a glass scotch, but you can enjoy it. And I think guitars are like that. They're not like mansions or classic cars or stuff like that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's true. And I think, I think it's true.
Okay. Doc says, I really enjoy making Teles. They're almost always better than the sum of their parts. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to get at with the like even a bad one is still pretty Tele-y.
Yeah.
And I'm not suggesting that a Squire is a bad one, but it's pretty remarkable what you can get from, the
Well, let's say
Squire
you
company.
assemble a $120 tele kit
Mhm.
from Amazon
Yeah.
or eBay. In the end, it looks like a telly.
Yeah.
It mostly probably sounds like a telly.
Yeah.
It probably plays okay.
It probably doesn't play as good as a deluxe daily driver.
No, probably not. But it's still, yeah. Yeah.
Vinny's World says TTG daily drivers are, and then he gives the emoji for chef's kiss.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, and I think one of the other reasons that tellies are still around and still so popular
Mhm.
is there's lots and lots of things you can do to them, and you can spend a little bit of money dressing your telly up. You can spend a lot of money dressing your telly up. You can, do all sorts of cool stuff to it. And mod it and make it yours.
Absolutely. The Telecaster design that you and I have been calling the daily driver for 7 or 8 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we can't call it the Telecaster. Hey, Ray sent us a super chat and just sent us a super chat. Thank you, Ray. That's very kind of you. But our daily driver is, we've always endeavored to keep the price on those within reason.
Yeah, we've done some
a lot for your
really
money.
fancy ones, but we've also done a lot of more basic ones that are a little bit easier to afford.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a high value proposition for the buyer, even though it is still a boutique instrument, because I can't remember who was saying it. I think Shark Air maybe. I can't believe you guys are making the necks for those. And we are. I'm not sourcing the necks for those. By the way, Gary, if you are still here, I am making the necks for the Pinewood Derby kits. Now they're not shaved. So I can, and the headstocks will have be like
more of a paddle shape.
There'll be a blank. Yeah, you'll be able to customize it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can put your headstock shape that you like on there and have it be cool. But there are some companies who they blow right past mild and go directly to wild and do not pass go.
Yeah.
Do not collect $200. More like add another zero to the end of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
So the one of the ones that I always think of is the guys at Lucky Dog Guitars.
Uh-huh.
Those guys are cool guys. I think that on their website, we went and looked. There's no specs.
No.
It's here it is. Well, what is it? There's a picture of it right there.
Fun name and a price.
Yeah, yeah. And I think there's one, maybe two pictures.
Yeah.
And it's what do you need to see the back for? The front's where all the action is. Or maybe there's a picture of the back.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's no close-ups of the any of that stuff. It's here it is.
Pickup specs.
There's no pickup specs. There's no how much does it weigh. There's no what's the width at the neck at the 5th fret. There's none of that stuff. No. And it's and their guitars are $2,000 more than our daily driver.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think that you can, and so that kind of goes to your point though, that you can really do all sorts of tricked out cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And a Telecaster is one of the few guitars, I think, that looks good in kind of a rustic theme.
Yeah, it's
barnwood, knots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Burnt. The Telecaster that has that aesthetic is completely different than the Explorer that has that aesthetic. There's no BC Rich Warlock with that. Okay, I'm sure there is, but
yeah. You got to be careful when you do too much of that stuff to some other guitars. But Tellies always.
Lefty says it's like the Whopper. You can have it
always look good, and you can also deck them out and paint them to within an inch of their lives and make them, as fancy as you want, and those look good too.
Ray has an interesting question. He says, please admit the bridge is not that good.
Sure, I'll admit it.
I'm not sure which bridge he's talking about. I have to assume
stock one.
He's talking about the Tele bridge.
Yeah,
right?
I don't actually like. Let's just go full on 100%.
Okay, full stop.
Full 1951 Telecaster. Not a huge fan of that bridge.
Okay,
it's got the little side things on it, so I end up hitting those instead of playing the strings. No matter what the saddles are, it's always a little bit of an issue with intonation and all that. Not that that's that big of a deal to me, but
if you played in a band with me right now, which you haven't done for 20 years, you would be like, am I out of tune or is Matt out of tune? Because I don't know. I haven't checked the intonation on my bass in 15 years. So,
and one of the funny things to me about the Telecaster is that none of the newer things that they came out with got pushed onto the Telecaster. The Stratocaster from the beginning has 6 individual saddles.
Yeah, there was never
you could do that same thing to the Telecaster. You could modify that and put those same exact saddles on it if you wanted to. And they never did.
They kind of have a 6 saddle bridge now.
Well, eventually
it's not
did,
kind
but
of.
It was into the 70s or 80s.
It was well into the production.
They never changed the neck heel, the square neck heel. They could have made that the round neck heel, just like the Strat. And there's got to be a reason.
And the Jazzmaster and the Jazz
and everything else.
Yeah.
So the Telecaster is the only one in the olden times that has that square heel. Lots and lots of things. The original ones, a lot of people don't realize the original wiring. You couldn't get both pickups on at the same time.
Oh, you couldn't?
Nope.
Hang on one second.
For the longest time.
Lefty says the Tele Special has 6 saddles, and the Tele Special has
but we're not talking
and made out of mahogany.
We're talking about original Telecasters.
Okay. Dean, the bike builder, says he's here from Oklahoma. Hey, do you know Gary and Jay?
I'm sure they all know each other. Oklahoma's not that big a place.
That's right. Dylan's new wide range pickups, though. Guys, we've got something to show you. When?
Maybe tomorrow.
I have to look at the calendar because we have to talk with Ike about it. But yeah. Bob Potter says, how goes the HST Wave number 2? It's going good, Bob. We're working on those right now.
Yep.
Compensated saddles are a help. Dean says he loves the Hustler and the Challenger. Thank you, Dean. Shark Air says, I really like the Babbitt's bridge on a Tele. I don't really know that much about that bridge, but I know it's a very complex solution. So I like the bridge on the Tele. It's simplicity, and I like that it holds the pickup.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing too.
I think it's neat because I'm sure there's some other bridges that do that.
I think that's a holdover from the lap steel.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that you string through the body. I got to tell you, I really like the look of that Godot in tune bridge, which is through the body. There's no holes in the back of the bridge for you could go top load or through the body. It's just it's a cool thing. And they've got compensated saddles. And I generally don't play anything where I'm not exactly perfectly intonated at the 21st fret. That to me is not a concern. We have customers who are like, hey, can you set this guitar up, this 7-string that I got? It doesn't intonate at the 24th fret. And I'm like, your fret might be in the wrong spot.
Or
do you really?
Giant frets too on that guitar.
Yeah, it was a gigantic.
You're not just bending it sharp.
It could very well be.
Yeah. Well, and so you go back and there's things that you may not like about, say, your Tele that you just bought or that you've had for a long time. You can change all that stuff pretty easily.
Yeah.
You can spend a whole bunch of money on a really, really fancy bridge, or you can spend a little bit of money and improve it quite a bit.
I can tell you this:
$5 worth of bridge.
I can tell you this much. Who asked that again? That said, I can't remember your name, my friend. But about it was Ray. said, please admit that the bridge isn't good. I can tell you that we've done some tellies without the traditional Telecaster style bridge. Very cool.
Yeah, and
Very
still,
cool.
I would say still a telly.
So see, Gary and Dean are already hooking up like that because I guess Dean doesn't know Gary, but yeah, it's cool. You know what? We're making friends here, Chris. This is fun.
Yeah.
Dylan
Bring
says
people
that
together.
that's right. Dylan says 70 years later, and traditionalists still want sharp edge against their belly, including me.
Yeah, that was one of the big criticisms of the telly early on. Lots and lots of guys hacked out body contours on them, and the Strat has giant, especially the early ones have giant contours in them, and the telly still stayed the same,
kind of blocky.
Yeah.
Mike Six-String Kook says Hipshot telly bridge. What do you think of the actual Hipshot bridge that has the pickup cut out in it?
It's okay. Yeah, there's some kind of weird things about that bridge.
You got to watch which one you order because there's like 4 or 5 hole patterns. So.
Yeah, you got to do that. Those Hipshot saddles, if it's the 6 saddle one, those saddles are really low, so you have to be careful. Your neck pocket depth really matters, right, Gary?
Yeah. Although Gary's last one that we built for him
about it.
Well, but it had the 3 saddles. Had regular brass 3 saddle bridge, as I recollect.
On the Hipshot? Did it?
Yeah, well, that's available. I think it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. So anyway. But yeah, that was a thing. A thing.
We have been we've been, like I said, we've been putting other bridges on tellies for a long time. You trim stuff like that. You can upgrade that. I kind of wish that Hipshot would make that bridge with a humbucker cutout.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they did, and maybe it was like, well, who wants that?
Maybe. I don't know.
I also remember it was very kind of our friend Phil McKnight. You sent me a video of him talking about a conversation that he and I had many years ago.
That was at, I think, the Summer NAMM.
One of the last Summer NAMM shows. Yeah. And I said that I had a bunch of bridges made, and one of the bridges that I had made had a straight. It was a telly bridge and had a straight pickup in it. It wasn't angled. And then we had some other bridges made too. And he's like, hey, this is cool that you're doing your own bridges. And I'm like, yeah, they're really expensive. And I wish that some Asian company would knock it out. You get a Temu Texas Toast Bridge. That would be great.
Or maybe slightly better than that. Something you'd actually want to use. But yeah, instead of us paying
AliExpress
$200 for it, you could pay $25 for it. And
so
something halfway decent.
We have landed on a handful of bridges that we really like, and we can put those on tellies too, or really anything else. And of course, the way that you set the neck in, whether it's screwed in or glued in, you could use really any bridge that you want. So I forget where I was going with this, but
I don't know either.
Well, we have landed on a lot of bridges that we really do like,
Yeah. I always forget about the Telecaster bridges that we did, which I actually really liked.
They were in many ways neater than the Challenger bridges. That we did.
Because they had hidden ball ends, and our name on them.
But they were top loaders. They were cool.
Yeah, they were top loaders. You could modify. We probably could have modified them. We probably at some point would have modified them.
But the neat thing was that the ball ends of the strings weren't. They didn't poke out the back, so it was like, well, is it or isn't it? Yeah.
One of the things that I hate the most in the world, and I don't hate the strings, but D'Addario strings with all those colors. If you can see that from the front of the guitar,
it kind of
drives me nuts. If you can't see it, then it's fine.
It's kind of a cheap looking thing. You got a bunch of color things on it. Actually, I think that even if you have Ernie balls and you have all brass little ball ends, it's still but it's just slightly better. Oh, Gary says that it is a 6 saddle, so I'm mistaken.
But anyway,
Vinny says that's why I like Jazzcaster Telemasters. all the comfort, same to. So that's a Tele with all the Jazzmaster
Or
contouring.
Stratocaster. Yeah.
Well, he says
and-
Jazzcaster
okay.
or Telemaster. So
Yeah.
I think he's talking very specific. Maybe it's got a rhythm circuit too.
Oh, so he likes the Jazzmaster bodied Telecaster. So it has all the appointments of a.
Okay.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
I remember when those started being a thing, and there were lots and lots of guys. It was kind of cottage industry making bodies, and then all of a sudden it took off, and then Fender started making them, and then that was that.
Teles are so cool. We should make more of them.
Okay.
Speaking of which, guys, I am okay. Remember last week I said I was this close to being able to announce the days of the Great American Guitar Build-Off. As of today, I'm this close. I'm that much closer. We are like, I'm not in ink yet, but we are very, very, very close. Okay. I just went out. I went out right before the live stream and I talked. But okay, so before you ask when's it going to be, you'll probably know this time next week.
Okay.
But the Great American Guitar Build-Off that we are sponsoring in 2026 is we decided this year that it would be really cool to have everyone build a Telecaster because we've done it in the past where we've had rules and some of the rules that I came up with were one was fairly easy to skirt. One was everybody belly ached about. So the first one was you couldn't spend more than $400. Everybody skirted that one. Not everybody, but most people skirted that one. Two was it has to weigh 100 ounces. Everybody whined and cried about that. Not everybody, but a lot of
guys the guys that actually competed.
They didn't whine and cry.
No, and they might have.
Yeah. They didn't.
Yeah.
Last year and the very first year that we did it, it was like, yeah, whatever you want to do. I don't care. And the problem is that without any sort of structure, well, the interest level had waned. So you and I, Chris, have always said that anybody building a guitar for the first time would be wise to build some sort of Tele. Now, between Chris and myself, there's a combined 4.5 decades of guitar building experience.
Yeah, you've been building guitars for 35 years, and I've been building them for about 10.
A lot of people think that it's the other way around. Because I'm always yelling and they think I'm drunk or something.
I thought, that was
some guy was
that was me, and I thought, and then you said, and then the loudmouth part or something like that, and I went, they're talking about you.
Yeah, okay. some guy didn't like me, and you know what? I'm not going to change who I am for some guy on the internet. Anyway, so Great American Guitar Build-Off 2026. The only rule is it has to be identifiable as a Tele. And I'm leaving that up to you guys. Now, if you build the Telecaster front with the flying V back and okay, that's all, you tell me.
And we're not judges.
Yeah, we are not judges. No.
So you don't have to convince us.
That's right. However, you and I will be, okay, I'm going to see if I can as diplomatically say this as humanly possible. You and I will be competing in a separate thing where we will also not be judges, but everyone who comes to the Great American Guitar Build-Off will be a judge. So if you come to that, you will be able to judge that. And finally, we thought, I don't know who came up with the idea. It's either me, you, or Paul Goslin. The Pinewood Derby. Didn't Paul Goslin say? Paul did. Okay. The Pinewood Derby. And I think the Pinewood Derby is an inspired thing. So if you go to the website, it's up there. You can buy the kit. It's basically a pine Tele with a neck and everything's, you could put it together and put pickups on it and play it. The neck isn't shaped. You get to do that yourself and you get to make the neck whatever shape you want. But the body is ready for some sort of finish.
Yeah, sanding.
Yeah.
whatever
Mhm.
whatever round over treatment you want to give it, whatever contours, if you want to do that.
Mhm.
Whatever.
We've been announcing so many products lately, and the Pinewood Derby kit is one of them. Our friend Rick was like, "Man, I really want that, but maybe I want this too," and he's having trouble deciding.
Yeah.
So I think
One
I'm
of the-
throwing too much stuff at you guys.
One of the neat things, I think, you're allowed to enter more than once,
Absolutely.
which I think maybe
Yep.
some people don't realize. And if you want to enter the regular Great American
Mhm.
and the Pinewood Derby, knock yourself out, man.
So what happens if you? Okay, a lot of you guys don't know this. If you enter the Pinewood Derby,
Mhm.
or I'm sorry, if you buy one of the 25 Pinewood Derby kits that we're going to be making, we're only going to make 25. You are automatically entered into
Mhm.
the Pinewood Derby guitar build off.
Correct. It's a separate contest.
Separate contest until it's not.
Correct.
So if 25 people buy kits, $50 from every kit
Mhm.
goes into the pot,
Yep.
and someone is going to win as much as $1,250.
Yep.
Now, the winner
Yep.
of the Pinewood Derby, what do they get?
They
In addition
get-
to $1,250,
They get a free entry into the Great American contest.
That's right.
The big contest.
Uh-huh.
Also, another new rule: if you want to enter your Pinewood Derby Telecaster in the big contest, you are allowed to do that
Yeah.
for an extra entry fee.
Yeah. So if you don't win, but you're like, I still want to do this,
Yep.
you can.
Yep. Yeah. You arrive with your guitar and you're like, this thing is hot, man.
Hot
This
stuff.
is yeah. But for some reason you don't win.
Here's
Don't
why.
blame us. We're not the judges.
Here's why you would
You can
want to
still
do it.
enter that.
Different set of judges.
Different set of judges. Different. I think probably different criteria a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe you just want to be a part of the thing.
So it is possible that you could buy a Pinewood Derby kit, bring it to the thing, win all the money,
Win $1,250.
win $1,250 if we sell 25 kits.
If we sell 25.
And then you could be automatically entered into the Great American Guitar Build Off, which right now I think we're up to like $3,500. So you could theoretically walk out of there if it was today. Well, actually, if it was today, we haven't sold all 25 of the Pinewood Derby kits.
No. You'd win $100.
No, there's a couple people who bought. Yeah. So you could win the whole ball of wax. Conversely, it is possible that you could come in dead last in the Pinewood Derby. Throw in a cool Hyundai, enter the Great American Guitar Build Off with your Pinewood Derby guitar, and still win. Totally different judges. I mean, don't make a steaming pile. That a steaming pile is not going to win. Yeah. Okay. Lefty says more tellies. Tell us more. I don't know if he's making a telly tell us, but yeah. Let's see. So that we're so guys, tellies are cool because they're cool, and we're gonna have a lot more neat telly stuff coming at you. What were you gonna say? Oh, really? About tellies and the age of?
It's almost like it's almost like 2026 is going to be the year of the telly.
It's almost like that, huh?
Yeah. I guess.
I'm surprised you spaced that one out.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted me to say that.
Oh no, remember we talked about Okay. So let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the hustlers. Brian Whitlock says, does it make sense to put a fabric top on the Pinewood Derby? Absolutely it does.
You can if you got the skills, do it.
Dale Gribble says, should a telly have a toggle switch like on a Les Paul? Absolutely it should.
It can. Yeah. I don't think that's one of the defining characteristics of a telly is that it has a blade switch.
No,
maybe it doesn't have any switch.
Although I do like the switch on a telly to not be up in the upper thing. I like it down.
Yeah. There's that one telly that it's like, it's more almost Gibson than Fender.
And I think I'm pretty sure you can
knobs.
Get a telly plate. Like Brian's talking about the traditional area. I think you can get a telly plate with a 1/2-inch hole drilled in it for a 3-way switch.
Yeah, or
Like
you can
on a
just get a
Les Paul.
blank one and
And you drill.
put your
Yeah.
own in.
Okay.
Or
Bob Potter
it
says,
doesn't have to have a metal plate either. You can make the plate out of whatever you want to make it out
Yeah.
of. Plexiglass
Leather.
to show off, the inside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bob Potter says,
Uh-huh.
looks like the Hustler has a 2 to 3 body variants, or am I just seeing things? Bob, I'm glad you asked.
Burp.
The Hustler does have 2 or 3 body variants. In fact, it has 4. One of them is gone from the shop, and we will not be making it anymore. And it is the pride and joy of our good friend Brian Duncan, who bought the prototype.
Yeah, and that's if you go on the website, it's the blue one.
That's right. It's the blue one.
Yeah. The blue burst.
So there's another one that we will probably not be making any more of. And it's this one. Now, I actually woke up from a sound sleep and wrote down notes for this guitar when there were drawings all over the shop. I didn't think it was going to be as modern-y as the other ones, but it turned out to be pretty modern-y.
Yeah. There were when you started drawing these up, there were probably 8 or 10.
There were a lot,
drawings that got moved and changed, and yeah, they were all over the place. And it wasn't designed by committee, but
it was
people that came in. You'd say, well, "What do you think? Which one do you like?" And I don't know that any of that had any bearing.
I don't know if you remember, but when I would ask that question, I would say, "Which one do you like?" I don't really care what your answer is because I'm going to go with.
I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to have that kind of conversation with everybody about these things. So this is the smallest of the 4.
That's right. And this one has the blended innest of the neck joints. This has Dylan. Let's see if we can get
a DAF and an Enduro.
With the really cool custom flat work, I guess we could call it. By the way, Dylan says that he makes an acrylic telly plate, so you could get like anything you want on that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So this but this guitar is like, it's got everything. It's bound, it's got blocks, it's got glow in the dark inlay, it's got Dylan pickups, it's got a pretty crazy maple top. Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
It's all shiny.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all shiny. It's cool, but it didn't resonate with me as much as some of the other models. You know who liked this one more than any of the other ones?
No.
Carlos Lopez from Castadosa Guitars. He's like, this is the one. And I'm like, okay.
I wondered if it wasn't just color.
No, I think he said, I think I sent him a picture before they were even painted, and he said he liked this one the best. Right. So
there you go. It's here for you, Carlos.
That's right. The other one that we liked quite a bit is this guy right here, Bob. So this is, we will make all of these, I think. Like if somebody said, hey, Carlos Lopez bought that one, but I really want one just like it. Okay, we'd be happy to make it. But I think that where people are going to come down is this guy right here. Is the maybe more traditional one, and it does a lot of things that a lot of other guitars don't do. One is it looks bigger than it actually is. It is definitely smaller than like an Explorer or an RD or what was that Washburn thing that Carlos Cavazo played?
Oh, I don't even know what that one's called.
Whatever that thing was. And this one has exactly the same stuff. It's got the Dylan pickups. It's got the bound Black Kingwood fretboard with block inlays, maple top, mahogany back. And this one also has one of your favoriteest things in the whole world, Chris.
Yep. It's got Mastery tremolo and bridge and Hipshot locking tuners.
So our good friend
I've often said, well, this one and the one that Mike Sleva ended up with, that I would play one of these.
The one Mike Sleva ended up with had the same Hipshot trem, But
Mastery.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Mastery trim.
trim.
You're right.
Yeah.
But the body's a little different.
Slightly different body shape. And this was fabric.
And can you grab that one, Chris? Because it's close to you.
Pink one?
Yeah. So this one is the one that I am pictured in with the suit. And this is Dylan's favorite. It's Mike Sleva's favorite. The one that Mike got, the shape, I mean.
Yeah. So the difference in shape, let's see if you can.
It's really.
Yeah, and this is the same shape that Matt had before.
So you can see it's slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This one's a little more lopsided here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like
so
here,
if you like offset guitars,
mm-hmm.
the Hustler is for you. Now, the one that Chris is holding is the actual Hustler. Okay. The one that I am holding is a version of the Hustler. And if somebody says, oh, I want one like the Sublime guitar, or I want the Sublime guitar, we will still make that. But the one that Chris is holding is the actual Hustler design. Okay. So, but while I have your attention, what do you think? Do you think it's funny on paper, this one I hated the most. And so I said, that's the one we have to make, because it was so outside of my wheelhouse of like, oh yeah, it's got to have, that one has like 5-ply binding and it's just crazy. Mm-hmm. And it's pink all the way around.
Yeah. It looks white.
It looks white, but yeah,
pale pink,
mm-hmm.
which is cool. Yeah, and everybody, if you're down with pink, it's a really, really cool guitar.
Yep. Guys, if you buy this pink guitar, you better come correct when you open up the case and pull this thing out.
Mm-hmm. And you'll make Dylan cry.
You will make Dylan cry.
Might maybe you want to make him cry.
Mm-hmm. This instrument, and right now, actually, I've got all the Hustlers are on sale. There you have to use a code, and I think the code is Old Man, because I did it for my birthday. So for the rest of the month, I think the Old Man code will get you 25% off, I think.
Yeah.
Of the Hustlers, and so that's a cool one. I really, really am pleased with the way these turned out.
Yeah, so they're cool.
Let's I want to show you guys while I've got your attention. I want to bring your attention to this one, which was not supposed to be a bolt-on neck. Well, you did a cool job with this neck too, Chris. I think it's neat. It's really slick.
What did I do to the neck?
Well, you painted it cool, and yeah. This was not supposed to be a bolt-on, but because we wanted to do a fabric top, it just made sense to do a bolt-on. And so, if you guys read the Shellooe magazine, there are pictures of one of Joy's models is wearing this T-shirt. This artwork on here is a T-shirt. So it is now been rendered into guitar form. It's not a picture of the T-shirt. It's the actual T-shirt that's on this guitar.
If you're here and you look at it and you know what fabric looks like up close, you can tell it's fabric.
Yeah.
Under there.
Our fabric tops are often imitated, never duplicated.
Correct.
I'm not saying that we're the first guys to do fabric top stuff, but we've
sure done a lot of them.
We've done a lot of them.
Brought it back a little bit.
I think
from where it was.
I think that in many ways now we're not. Everybody's doing it now.
Yeah.
But
I don't think most of them are doing them wrong.
Most of them are doing them wrong. I've seen a lot of wrong. No,
they're doing them the hard way. Let's say that.
I don't think I've ever seen a concert T-shirt one. This is actually the second or third shirt one that we've done. We had a customer send in his Lucky shirt one time.
Lucky shirt.
And he's like, I want to say,
I think it was his Getting Lucky shirt.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think though that like if you have you wear a concert T-shirt out long enough and you get, you get a Reuben sandwich or something, you get like a stand that just won't come out. Nah, you don't. Yeah, best to turn it into a guitar right away.
Mm-hmm.
Gary is actually talking to me about doing that with a concert t-shirt. He wants the front of the shirt on the front of the guitar and the back of the guitar to have the back of the shirt. Which probably has like dates and stuff.
Well, and a t-shirt will sort of fall apart.
Yeah,
even almost on its own. If you're not careful, you'll probably outgrow it. It'll shrink.
Stretch the neck out.
Yeah, I will. It'll fade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So even though you love it, you got to stop wearing it at some point.
At some point, yeah.
So,
I mean, after a while, you're just going to have to realize that you're never going to meet the guys from REO Speedwagon. There's no point in wearing that shirt every day until.
Well, and they've seen that, Yeah. Until you do.
Oh man. Yeah. When then, if you have,
who'd have known?
If you have an REO Speedwagon guitar, then you could get the guys.
Well, even if you just pull out your phone and go, "Hey, look, I had my shirt turned into a guitar," they'll be like, "Oh, that's really cool."
Be like, "Oh, is that the 3/4 sleeve version?" Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll give you back the sleeves.
Did you know what was really cool about this was we had to search high and low to find the exactly perfect Sublime t-shirt to match the rear contour of this guitar.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. It was stretched out in all the right places. So yeah. If you want to have a concert t-shirt guitar, we are happy to do that for you. Gary, I need to just call Gary. I'll probably call him tomorrow if he's going to be around. Gary, if you're going to be around, let's talk tomorrow. And Butch says he knows the guys from REO Speedwagon. He rode the storm out with them.
Yeah.
He says he met them, I think so. Yeah. But yeah, wouldn't it be cool? I don't know. I mean, anybody can do Paisley. Not just that. You want to trust anybody with your vintage concert tee.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You only get one shot.
That's right, baby.
Yeah. Stick it on there.
Okay. And I mean, we could effectively do that with really any guitar that we make, couldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, if it fits.
Dan says they are classy instruments. That's cool, man. Ray says the Steve Vai Ibanez with flowers was a fabric top. Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Luttinger, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Give the thumbs up to the Sublime shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Poole says, after a couple weeks with the HST, I have to tell you guys, I'm really enjoying the guitar and it plays great. Good. And he also really likes the thin finish, the durable thin finish.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Yeah. Speaking of thin finish, while I have a second, Spider, if you're watching. Oh, sorry. No backplate.
No backplate. Don't worry. I'll forget to put it on.
Your prostitute is ready. That sounds terrible. Hey, come get your prostitute. Yeah. No. Haas says, let's show those hustlers. LOL. Sorry, they're super cool. Yeah, absolutely, man. They're really, really neat. So this was a guitar that we built alongside David in the last Neck Through workshop. And this one is for Spider, and he wanted a prostitute neck through with one P90 and a Tone Pros bridge, and he wanted one knob, Jakey Lee style. I think Jakey Lee's had a tone knob because it was an actual Gibson one. But you guys notice anything unusual about this guitar? You see anything a little bit odd? In the few minutes that I have to spend with you, I'm gonna jump you ahead. It is a side jack.
It's thick enough. He wanted it a little thicker.
Yeah.
And then we said, well, what kind of controls do you want? Well, just one tone knob. I said, I think it's thick enough. We can do a side jack.
Yeah.
So we did.
It's about a 1/4 inch thicker than the standard SG. I think. Yeah. Maybe even a little more. Maybe it's 3/8.
Still super light.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okie doke. So Spider, I'm sure I will see you this weekend. And okay, gang, that's going to wrap it up for us. I want to have you guys go over and hang out with my good friend Dylan McCurchie and his lovely wife Leslie at Dylan Talks Tone, and tell him that the guys from Texas Toast are going to call him tomorrow about something very, very excellent. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Dylan a bunch this week.
We
I
have.
didn't talk to him today.
Yeah.
Actually, I texted him.
Don't worry, we will. So we've got some neat stuff to show you guys. We might have a reveal tomorrow. We might not. And if we don't, there will be a video on Sunday. And guys, if I don't see you until Thursday and you live in the United States, have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for all the birthday
What are we going to do
wishes.
for that?
For
For next Thursday?
cold duck. All right.
No cold duck. Jim said no.